Good morning, my protagonists, and welcome to another Doki Doki Donut here on Darkborne Plus. I am Darkborne, the birthday boy, your conquerable character, and you are my protagonists. Welcome to my 12-hour birthday stream. Woo! Okay, yeah, I've committed myself to 12 hours of streaming. So yeah, no, don't get me wrong, I'm super pumped for this, and I am super excited for this. It's just 12 hours. Now I have when we go into the BRB screen, it will let you know what times my schedule I do have scheduled breaks. But of course my dogs, they will come in, say that they need me to take them outside, and there will be like extra little breaks. Those are going to be a little bit shorter. It's just me taking them out. It's basically a doggo break. So yeah, it is my birthday. Oh man. I mean, it's my birthday and I'm excited. I cannot wait to do this with you all. Um so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and um my moderators are going to be muted at the moment. Today we have Orsanos with us. We're going to have probably Bacon join us later, and also we're gonna have Arden watching the stream because they've got a lot of stuff. They might jump into voice chat, they might not. But I also have a very special, very special overlay for today that I'm gonna be testing out. And Japs, I see that whiskey. Is that Whiskey Dingo? Is that a Whiskey Dingo emote? I'm thinking that's a whiskey one. It looks very familiar. Is that a whiskey salute? That whiskey salute. Yup, it's Whiskey Dingo. I love his emotes so much. Anyway, so okay, all right. So I'm just again, I just want to let you all know, thanks to all your financial support, I got my first payout. I got paid by Twitch, so I made Twitch money. So if you look over there, behind the tip jar is a framed 100 Twitch dollar that I made up the image for the Twitch dollar. But there's a framed, Twitch $100 bill right there, just to kind of represent our first $100. And I right away invested it into the stream. So just so you all know ahead of time, we were able to acquire a Leap Motion controller. So hopefully soon you will be able to see me move my hands and my arms. So yay, it's going to be fantastic. I am excited. I hope you're excited. Because I tend to talk with my hands quite a bit. So it'll be kind of fun to be able to do that and it show up on screen. See here, what else? What else? But yeah, thank you all so much. You, my protagonists, you made that happen. And I can't thank you enough for helping this stream evolve and grow. And it's all because of you. And I appreciate you. And in the traditional Darkborne voice, I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you so much, my protagonist. And so there. I have water, I have coffee, I have a second coffee inside of the fridge waiting for me because I do iced coffee. So hot coffee, I only do, it's funny, when it's cold, I do hot coffee. When it's hot, I do iced coffee. But I will do coffee. Coffee. Tea, if my voice starts getting tired, I will start making myself some hot tea during the break, which doesn't take that long for me to make. I will make myself a giant batch, and then we'll be having some time. But for now, let us go and enjoy some Final Fantasy XIV. I'm already logged in. Here we go. All right, so welcome to the new look. I'm going to go ahead and unmute Orsano so he can start talking. There you go. Now you can see. Does it look like a Zoom meeting? Yes, I know it does. Orsano, you can go ahead and say something so people can see you moving on screen. Now, mind you, I talked to each of them. I talked to Bacon. I talked to Orsanos. I talked to Bacon. I talked to Arden, and I asked them, if each of you were on a webcam, what would your background be? And this is what they kind of said. I tried to use the other background that Bacon told me about, but this one fit better. The one that he made himself, for some reason was just not fitting right, and we couldn't I couldn't make it work, unfortunately. But here we are. Here they are. It's just fantastic. Is the tip jar now a cupcake with a candle? Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, it's just a tip jar overlaying the candle, but that's where it's gonna be, the tip jar from now on. As you can see up there is the chat where you guys are writing inside the little cute little frame that I made. Also, let's see here, you can see clearly the whatchamacallit, the chat, the Twitch dollar that I made.
Can we
what?
Can we just all tell Darkborne just how much his work is amazing in entertaining us? I mean, he is such a good entertainer. Let's just bomb the chat with a lot of smiles and happy emotes for Darkborne's birthday.
Oh, thank you. The happy, by the way, the happy emote for this channel, if you are subscribed, is the dark snack, which is me with a donut in my mouth. So if you want to spam the chat with that, okay. You're making me blush. Thank you so much. Also, if you notice, I'm not weirdly blinking like I normally do. I found a way to make my avatar a little bit more attuned to my facial movements a bit more. So we kind of adjusted that. I found a tutorial online. Go figure. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Blitz.
Yes, Google can do everything.
Well, YouTube also has, that's where I found it, was the YouTube resource. Just to give everyone a heads up, my scheduled breaks are noon, 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., and 8 p.m. And we should be ending stream about 10 p.m. All of these are Eastern Standard Time. So in about 2 hours, we'll be having our first break. So, all right. Who is ready for this? Let's get going. Let's get going, because I'm talking too much and taking up too much time and not doing some Final Fantasy 14 like I promised you all. Let's see here. Let me push my keyboard back here. All right. We're gonna go, everybody. I'm gonna first off, I'm gonna wave. Well, I'm gonna Eastern bow, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to, oh yeah, sorry, we're gonna go to Mordona. That is where the Shadowbringers content begins. As you can see, I do have a chat privacy screen with my Hrothgar, my red velvet Hrothgar, there protecting the chat box. During cutscenes, it will not be coming down. I'm gonna go ahead and there is a major cutscene that kind of happens. Like, Shadowbringers does have a set of major sets of cutscenes. But yeah, we are going to be going, and we're going to be doing this. Is he here? Oh no, he's over here. He's over here. What? Wow, wrong area. Over here. Well, is it? Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. All right. So again, like I said, I'm not gonna be getting rid of the screen, so it will show. The screen will be up during the cutscene, so I apologize ahead of time. Oh yeah, before I go into this, because it's gonna have a little bit cutscene, I think, in the beginning once we jump in. If we do have a Discord now, so if you want to do that, please, feel free to join in. Also, if you want to support the stream, you can share the stream, you can talk about the stream, go to our YouTube and just comment on videos, like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube. We have a Twitter account. We're everywhere except for Instagram right now. But also, we do have a coffee, so if you want to send a tip and financially support, we are privately. I'm a one-man production, so I'm a one-person show that I produce everything that you see here. That you like, I do all this work. So if you want to help, and there is a coffee, I set it up. I mean, people have asked me for a while. Merch. There will be merch in the future. I'm still trying to find a good place to set that up, but there is planned merch coming. So yeah. So there we go. Now let's start. Now we can start. Time for Shadowbringers. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, by the way, just so y'all know, because Shadowbringers content is DMCA free, we can use the music from Shadowbringers. So you are all going to get to experience the music once I hit the allow music from the computer, which is like right now. So thank goodness for that. We can actually stream the music from Shadowbringers content. So everybody, are we ready? All right, I want to see hearts, chat. Chat, show me some hearts. Let me know that you're ready. Spam them hearts. I know there's like a delay, so I'm gonna have to wait and be patient. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna go anyway because you guys. That's what you guys are here for, anyway.
Everyone's still waking up, I think.
I know, yeah. Like everyone still needs their coffee. I think I'm gonna have to make. I know I still need to make a heart emote, and I think I'm gonna make a coffee emote. So here we go. All right, here we're gonna talk to Tataru. All right, here we go, everybody. Cutscene.
Look how many people there are. Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
Figs! Wedge!
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
You are right.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
For showing me the dawn's light will shine again.
Oh, do not look at me so.
You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you!
Your spirited accounts always comes a welcome change.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Your time has not yet come.
Thanks so much, Bloody. Thank you, thank you.
From endless dreams I awake. Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
All right, chat. I'm gonna let you decide. So there's well, I don't have you up. Hold on, let me bring you back in. What was the question?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask if the chat had any opinions on the game music. I would like it turned up a little bit.
All right, I can turn it up a bit. I can turn it up a bit. Let me know if that's better.
It just is a little low to hear like the cutscene voice.
Oh, okay. So the cutscene voices are just a little. Okay, all right. All right. So let me move it up just a little there. All right. That should do it. That should do it. All right. Oh. All right. All right. Once again, thank you so much, Bloody. Hello and welcome to my 12th birthday stream. All right. So, chat, I'm going to give you the option. Now, are we going to go with option 1? What do you mean this time of night? But it's bright as day. So you want option 1 or option 2? I'll let you all decide. The first person other than Orsanos.
2, please.
No, not other than you. So mods, sorry, my moderators cannot pick. Today we are not going to be doing the. By the way, so if anyone that's been saving their spronks to do ban word of the day, the banning of a word for 5 minutes, please do not use that, as it's going to be very disruptive to the stream today, since we're doing story content. So, plus I'm going to be barely talking a lot. So, because we're going to be really doing a lot of cutscenes, so I don't want to waste your time. Sometimes the cutscenes are like 2 minutes, like 1 to 2 minutes, and I don't want you to waste your spronks. So for today, save your spronks. I just got here, so I have no idea. All right, so basically, the peddler just asked us, what are we doing walking around in this time of night? Now, mind you, we just landed in a different world. It'll explain itself later, but right now that it's bright as day. Right now, it is bright as daytime, and the peddler's asking, "What are you doing in this time of night? Like, what are you doing out and about this time of night?" And so we got the options of, "But it's bright as day," or "What do you mean this time of night?" Bliss. Okay, we're gonna go with, "But it's bright as day."
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply.
Yeah.
Let me know if that's better, chat.
Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then. Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you'd best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
I don't know if y'all can hear the music, but it's just beautiful.
To dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful, everyone? So yeah, I'm gonna have to mute myself during the time that the narration comes on, because sometimes it picks it up on my microphone, and we don't want that. We don't want that echoing sound. It bothers me when it does that. So, but can you all hear the music? Isn't that beautiful? So everyone, welcome to Shadowbringers. I can't. It's low. It's low. By the way, anyone that can't hear it, Orsanos is telling me to turn up the music. The thing is that the music itself is low, so I can't turn up the music. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me try it, and then. Yeah, give me a second. Let's see here. Let's just bring it up to. I don't want it to overtake the, let's lower the sound effects a little bit. All right, there we go. Can you all hear it better? Chat, let me know. All right, so, yay. All right. Alright, so we're heading towards the Crystarium. For those that have been around Final Fantasy XIV, do you all know what that is? Do you all know what that is? I'm going to tell you what that is. That is the Crystal Tower from the Crystal Tower raid. So, yeah. This is why it's recommended you do the... some people were saying it's mandatory, but right now, I'm going to tell you, please if you're ever in Final Fantasy XIV, the moment you finish ARR content, which is a Realm Reborn content, which is basically vanilla Final Fantasy XIV. As soon as you finish it, please go do the Crystal Tower raid. It's going to be so worth it for the extra lines that you get to do and extra options that you have during this. Because as you can see, here's the Crystal Tower. Like, what is the Crystal Tower doing here? But apparently that's where the Crystarium is. So we're going to go to the Crystarium. Oh, no worries, Bloody. It was just like, basically I set it up so whoever was the first one to comment for that option. All right. We're going to get, you all are going to get chances to, right. So I'm about to go into another cutscene. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself right now. Everybody get ready when it gets to choices. We're going to do, there are certain ones that provide certain reactions that I'm not going to have you guys. Yes, Bloody, by the way, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I did see. Also, again, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself on stream so that way you all get the opportunity to hear this without, oh, you're welcome. So that way I don't talk over my own cutscenes. If you can hear me doing screenshots, it's because this is the first time on this character that I'm going through this content. So there are certain, it's for future things. So I like taking screenshots during cutscenes because they make the best sometimes. All right, everyone, let's continue going. Let's continue. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself right now so we can go into this cutscene.
Halt! Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not. This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions. From where do you hail?
All right, so let me explain these choices. Ul'dah is one of the three main cities. There's Ul'dah, there's Limsa Lominsa, and there's Gridania. Those are the three main cities in what's considered the source, which is the main location where your character is from. Because I started my character in Ul'dah, that's why he says Ul'dah. The source is basically I'm from the main crystal. So it'll later be explained, but yeah. And then there's the triple dots. So I'm gonna let you all decide this one because I've never picked the triple dots before. But if you all decide for number 3, I will pick number 3, and we will all see it for the first time. So the choices are 1, 2, or 3. So the first one to reply one of those 3 numbers, that's the choice we're gonna pick. That's the one we're gonna go for. But again, usually I pick number 2. That's what I normally pick during this scene. But please, yeah, go ahead. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, Bloody. All right, we're gonna go with number 3, the triple dots, because why not? I am apparently confused.
You will not say? Then I have even less reason to trust you.
Wow.
Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass. That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
By the way, that's the ring of the merchant. Yeah, he dead.
Everything all right, Captain?
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
Thank you so much, Lionor.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private. Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons. I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you are still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
I'm just going to take a moment to say, really quick, thank you so much, Lionor. I really appreciate the muscle hugs. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, Bloody, yes, I am much bigger than the Crystal Exarch because when I did this character creation, I did make them the tallest setting. And I believe in terms of height, I believe he is 6'5" or 6'8", something like that. But yeah, so yeah, my character is really tall. But the tallest ones, if I'm not mistaken, are the Rogadin or the Elizin. Also, you're gonna find out some more stuff regarding like what people are called here and like what are the races called here. Still the same races as this. Still the same races, but they're called different things in this world. But yeah. So we are on, officially now you know, we are on the first reflection. We are from the source. That'll be, again, explained further into the story. Let's see here. Alright, so the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are my friends. We basically were taking care of the problem with the primals and stuff like that, which, if you're a Final Fantasy player, the primals are what they call summons, like Aethrite and Bahamut. They're all called primals. So they got their souls were, before this, their souls were yanked out of their bodies and they're here. they're here, and they're like spiritual physical bodies is basically what's going on with them. So now the question is, are the other Scions here, or do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused? Are we gonna reprimand them or just ask about the Scions? I've always asked him about the other Scions. I never reprimanded him because I know who he really is. By the way, had you picked the other to explain what happened in the previous choice, had you picked one of the other ones, she still wouldn't have let you pass. Basically, she would call you a liar, and she doesn't suffer liars. So either way, we weren't going to get through until he got there. So we either chose, again, she still would say we chose concealment. It's just the fact that we chose to say nothing. It's basically what choice number 3 was say nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just stay silent. I mean, I would have loved for him to shrug. Just, I don't know. That would have been funnier. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and pick are the other Scions here, because I don't like I've never done this choice. I will probably do it when I go look at the cutscenes later. There's a way to replay these cutscenes and see the other choices, but for now I'm just gonna do are the other Scions here. 'Cause I don't want to, like, I don't know. It's just me. I don't want to reprimand this man.
That is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above. Here in the First, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity. It was to save the First from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. Though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the First, you would bring salvation to the source as well. But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
All right, so before I complete this part of the quest, I just want you to all just okay. Hold on, let me put this in first person so you can see through his eyes. You know how pretty that is. The Crystarium is one of my favorite locations because it's absolutely gorgeous. Those trees just beautiful. But yeah, that's gonna be explained in just a moment why. Hold on, let me see here. Yeah, I'm. It's discharged from. Unable to retrieve its discharge from the free company. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and message him back. Sorry, everyone. I'm just like quickly replying to my FC because I asked them for help with the dungeons and the trials. So I just want to make sure that I let them know that that's it. I can't even spell discharge straight. Oh, someone left. Okay. All right. So, okay. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue, everyone. Oh yeah. By the way, we have a TikTok. It just popped up. Just saw it pop up on my screen, on my thing. So, yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and complete this quest. Let's talk to the Crystal Exarch. I think this is going to be another cutscene, so I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So we got... Okay, right now I'm not going to open that set. If you're wondering what I got, so as you go through this story, they're going to give me pieces of armor that are supposed to be better. let me... Oh, that one's already being used. Let's put this Shadowbringers scroll in. This is supposed to be... The white oak is supposed to be a better piece of armor, but unfortunately it is not, so I'm going to keep it alone. I'm going to leave it alone, so when I level up my healer, I'm going to give all this stuff to my healer. So, the white oak. But that... I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably going to be putting it away. Actually, hold on. Let me put it Chocobo saddlebag. Good idea. Good idea. All right, let's put that away. Put that away. Put that away. That away. That away. That away. All right. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, let's continue. Oh, okay, so he's not talking. Okay, but I think our conversation would... I think for these, I think for now, I'm just going to go ahead and read these because apparently there's no talking in this one. I forgot the parts that there are no talking. So let me go ahead and speak for him. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firm grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aethrite, a convenience which I am sure you are too familiar. Yeah. We are very familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should, in theory, be able to reach in all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. In other words, they want everybody to make sure that they go to this Aetherite first. But you really don't have a choice. You have to do it. It's pretty, though. After you have done so, walk up the steps to the next Aetherite and head to the left to arrive at the Crystal Mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catelys, one of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Morin. To reach him and his cabinet of curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps, take the exit to the left, and simply continue straight along and down until you come to the large doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I'd like you to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetherite Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts in the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. Crystal clear. It also gives that second option is basically to give you a chance for him to repeat everything. Right, didn't want to get my sneeze on the street. Give me a moment, I need to drink some water. Alright, there we go. Very good. I concede. The layout of the Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning. But I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars, and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. When you've finished making the rounds, pray meet in the large courtyard at the center of town. Until then. I will say this, the one thing I appreciate of this place is that I can appreciate. So see there it is right there, the little, and we're tuning. But the chat boxes are small enough that basically it'll fit. Okay. Focus your senses. You detect the flow of vastly distant currents and aether. Your connection to these energies is faint but stable, and should allow teleportation to Aetherites in the source. Alright, now we're gonna set home point here. Actually, we're gonna set free destination here. So here, basically, I will spend 0 gil to travel to here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of like bypass what he said. And we're going to first grab... what I'm going to do is I'm going to run around and get all the Aether Shards in the Aethernet here, so that basically it makes it easier to get... See, he's right there waiting for the last part. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, first grab here. We're gonna... Now we're gonna go jump back to the Crystarium. We're gonna go up the stairs. We're gonna take care of the upstairs to the left part. So I'm gonna grab the 2 that are here before I start. Before I talk to Catless, we're gonna first go to grab the go a little faster. Yeah, there's a little summoning bell there, but it's different. That'll be explained later how we do summoning here. And I'm just gonna mute my mic. Oh my god, Leo, thank you so much for the subscription. And welcome, protagonist, to Toki Toki Donut. I got so flustered I couldn't get myself to where I needed to go. I'm like, wait, what? Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Okay, here is the second one right here. Tune here, and then we're gonna go. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves back to the Crystal Mean. We talk to Catless. Let's go ahead and talk to Catless as part of the first one. I believe this is not voiced. Rare to see a place well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here.
I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if sin eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized too. Thanks to us in the mean, we work together to procure materials and resources, and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Just don't go thinking it'll be handed to you on a plate like those Yulmoran layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Though I see you are no stranger to honest labor. You don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours. It's quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magics summoned the Crystal Tower into existence. Pulled the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began, at the Exarch's invitation. Buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into a thriving metropolis you see today. The cities stood here for decades now. Yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he, and you, wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you ought to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you have had a chance to settle in. Just ask for Cutlass, and I'll find you a niche here in the Crystal Mean. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Your exchange with Cutlass has taught you about
life in the Crystarium.
End quote.
Alright, we got the first one, everybody. Alright, now we're gonna go... actually, I think it might be faster if we just go here to the Aethrite Plaza, then jump to the next one. Alright, so the next one we're gonna go to is... We're gonna go down to the... Once again, we're gonna go down to the left over here. No, it looks like we just went right, but really, this is the left from when we went in. Alright, so we're gonna pick up this shard right here. And this there. So chat, let me know how your day is going. How's everybody doing today? Alright, we're now going into the Whispering. Alright, we're tuning here at the Cabinet of Curiosity. Time to go get curious. It is literally, everybody welcome to the Cabinet of Curiosity, which is literally a towering library. It is a literal library. Alright, there's Moren. Let's go ahead and talk to Moren.
Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and well, but I mean to ask, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll even? A scrap of scribbled on parchment? My apologies. Literature, sorry, not literally. I wrote that wrong.
Please, please, timestamp that for me. My apologies. Literature is something
of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Moren at your service, and this humble collection is known as the
Delightful!
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much for the follow, Deus Star. ST4. Oh, it's Deus! Oh, yes, from my free company. Hey, Deus. I'm gonna start this again. Librarian Moren at your service. And this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to record knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research? Oh! Sorry, wait, hold. Did I say that right? Wait, here we go. Oh! So you have an interest in modern history? Splendid! A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspective. I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment, and I'll fetch it for you. Who thought I was going to be voice acting today? I didn't. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to be doing voiceovers today. Here we go. All right, here we go. Right now, Orsanos is laughing. I have him muted because you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna bring you in because this is me talking, so it's fine. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see if I can remember the voice. Here we go. Let's go, Moren. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable. On with the lesson, then. He seems really happy. All right, everyone. Story time! 100 years ago, or near enough, not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadow Keeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world, as if from
unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease, until the day an enormous, blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We call this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet, just when it seemed that all would be lost, Savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and the approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrand, and Norvrand alone, spared the fate of erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who'd survived. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgent presence stole the night from Norvrand's sky. Even now they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company. Your exchange with Moren has taught you about the Flood of Light. Alright, we have completed that part. Now, we're going to take the Aethrite, we're going to take the Aethernet over to the, next, leave the last section. And
is it a coincidence that the ether sounds like the internet?
Well, Aethernet is supposed to be, yeah. It's supposed. Is this? Oh! I went the wrong way. I got turned around, everybody. I got turned around. Let's go back. Back. All right. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna grab this Aetherite, Aether Shard over here. Then I'm gonna grab another one before we continue on and talk to Bragi. Is it here? Nope, it is not here. Over there. We're going to skip Bragi for now. And I think I'm going to use for Bragi my Desi voice. For that one. Until he speaks. And then you'll be able... There is a scene where he actually... I believe there's a scene where he actually talks. So I'll let that be a thing. We're going to go over here. And we're going to get this last one over here. I think this is the last Aethernet shard. Here. And this should unlock everything. Yep. You have attuned yourself to the Aethernet shards of the Crystarium. Lakeland is now accessible as an Aethernet destination. Now, if you don't know what the Lakeland thing is, that's just basically saying that I don't have to run out. No. This is not that one. This is not that. This is not Daddy Red. This one is a different one. This is Daddy Red Velvet. Hold on. There you go. This is red velvet. This is red velvet. Oh, shoot. I gotta... There you go. That should be better for you to see. Yep, it's Daddy Red Velvet, not Daddy Red. Remember, that one, the one that you know, Leo, is the one that completed all the current content. Like, that's the one that completed... This is a different server one. This is a different one. All right, we're going to go ahead and run back and talk to Bragi. And we're going to... I think I'm going to need to... Yeah, I'm going through all of the Shadowbringer content. So this one's like... This one is like going through it. This one has not done all this content. All right, now that I've lubricated my vocal cords, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Bragi, and we're gonna have Bragi story time to get the third quest thing done. All right, so here we go. I wish they would have had these characters voice act their own lines. But here we go. Here. New to city, friend. The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Welcome. My name is Bragi, and I'm the master of this market. They gave you a district. Oh, no. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not of the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for Ronso like you and me. So finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. All right, everybody. So this is where we're going to learn about the different races of the first. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, I'm sorry, did you say Ronso? Aye, something wrong? Let's see if we can straighten this out. See those two in front of us? The shorter one is a hume, and the taller one is an elf. That sturdy individual over there is a Galdgent, whilst the one with horns is a Dran. And then you have the large, scaly chaps with long tails and have a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zun. Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now, I'm curious to... now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. Ah, the same as the Exant. Eh. Well, that explains it. You don't get much further flung than that. We've had a few of you lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they're floundered over the simplest things. But not to worry. But not to worry! Should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Your exchange with Bragi has taught you about the people of the First. Alright, so that's done. And now we're going to go ahead and... Actually, we can just take the Aether Shard. So now we're going to go ahead and take the Aether Shard. Let me see if I can mend, because I'm sure I need mending. Oh, no mending. Okay, cool. My gear's all done. Okay, alright. So we're going to go over to the Docile Gate, which is the plaza in the middle. You can tell I've done this before. Again, and again. Alright, here's the Crystal Exarch. I'm going to go ahead and mute Orsanos. No, wait, what? You were going to say?
Like the game.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What? No, what was that? What was that? Can you say that again? I know it's, oh, were you saying that I might like the game?
Like the game.
I mean, I'm right. I mean, having done this about 20 billion times, you know, like this same story over and over and over again. So we're, I'm going to go ahead and mute Orsanos. And we're going to go in. I don't know if he's going to talk. If he doesn't talk, like if it's not voice lines, I'm going to go ahead and read it out for you all. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of this world and its people? Yeah, they did. Oh, thank you so much, Rabbit. Or ASDF. Thank you so much. All right. Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand if it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the self-same one you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds. Something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Here we go. City of the First completed. Alright, off to the next quest. All right. The Travelers of Nordvrant. You have done as I requested, and I learned much of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain, and explained what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in privacy of my quarters. However, I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things. But I shall see if the guard knows to admit you. Oh, see that the guard knows to admit you. Okay, now see, this is what I mean. The second line, had you not done the Crystal Tower before, you would have not gotten these lines, the second line. But yeah, this is, everyone, we're going to be pushing that G'rahatia thing. If you don't know G'rahatia, I suggest like looking on YouTube or whatnot like that to find out who G'rahatia is on the Crystal Tower. That story is one of my favorite raids. That it is a very bittersweet and sad raid. But I loved it. I've loved it. And then when they, I'm giving too much. All right, here we go. Just like that, then G'rahatia is. Oh no, wait. Just like that, then G'rahatia is. Question. Thank you with the question mark. I am not familiar with that name. There is something. Is there something I should know? Little bastard. Yeah, deny it. Deny it. An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care.
Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think best that we focus on the present.
I'm gonna still call him on his shit. Little bastard. Oh, thank you, Deus.
Greetings.
Oh, hold on. I'm doing the... That's right. I'm doing the guard. Hold on. I'm gonna do like the old-timey radio voice for him. Let me get a little bit more water here.
Greetings, sir. The Exarch awaits you within.
Enter the Crystal Tower. Oh, cutscene.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow Scions. To put it simply, they are here in the First. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the Source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the First, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time. As for your companions, however, Y'shtola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5. Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the First for almost a year. My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ask you all, what do you all want to say to the Crystal Exarch? Then find a way to send them back, or what have they been doing all this time? So you get a choice of 1 or 2. The first one to answer is the one that we're going to get. We're going to go with. First one? Okay, there we go. Then find a way to send them back.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future, that which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die. And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
Okay, sorry. Okay, chaps. The voice of the characters sounds somewhat slow, dark, for me at least. And what else is that? Like, how slow do you mean? Like, does it sound like he's drunk, or it just, the audio is slow? I want to just make sure of that before we continue with the cutscene. I'm gonna bring you in, Orsanos. Oh, you're talking about it being low. The audio is whispered in. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Right now I can't do anything about it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wait until after the cutscene to fix that, and raise their. Well, I mean, the voice can't go any higher than what I already have, I think. Let me raise the audio of the stream a little more. There to the same audio as moderators. How's that? Is we're gonna find out in just a moment. All right, we're gonna go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you all. You want to say, I have never picked For the Moment or For What Better Choice. Well, my voice is supposed to be louder than the voice acting. All right, so I'm going to go ahead with choice number 2. But I'll see you keep that promise. It's one of my favorite lines of all three of them. So I'm going to go ahead and mute and keep going forward. Let me know if it's a little bit better once you he keeps talking.
Excellent. You will not regret this. With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
All right, everyone, we're gonna go take a quick break because my bladder is about to explode from all the liquid. I'm also gonna refresh and give myself more coffee. So I will be right back, everyone. We're gonna just take a quick break, bathroom break right now, and I shall be right back. All right, everyone, I am back. Like I said, needed to work on the bladder. Let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can just here sound. Like if you can see, like see the voice acting is at 100. I can't do more than that. I don't know if that was better after I adjusted the one on stream, but yeah, I can't do more than 100% on this. There's not much I could do after 100. That's all I'm just saying, so you all can see. That's why I'm showing you. The voice acting is I left it at 100 so you all can hear it, but I guess you needed me to put it a little louder in my Streamlabs. But what did that fix it? Did you all hear it more than a whisper? Was it a lot better? Was that a lot better? Was that a lot better? I think I might have to bring. Yeah, no, I brought it up. I think it was brought up enough. I mean, like I said, there's nothing more that I could do. I'm going to go ahead. Now that we're back, we're going to continue. I'm going to save my coffee, that iced coffee, for later tonight. In about 15 minutes, we'll take our actual first break. A wee bit. And I'm sorry. I can't do it any louder than what I've done, and also bring back the audio of the game. I can't do it any louder than what I'm doing. Because it picks it up on my mic. Like, I don't know if I have to turn it up on my physical computer. I don't think that's the case. Because he's pretty loud on my end. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep going, because I'm sorry, Japs, that he sounds like he's whispering on your end, but on my end he's pretty loud. He's pretty loud, and there's not much else I can do in that front. Like, I put the desktop audio as high as I can, without it being obnoxious, because it can overtake, the music can overtake what I'm saying. Also, I don't want it to drown out anyone that's in on the stream with me. So yeah. So all right. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the my Discord for a second, so we can keep going. Are you ready for the next part of the cutscene? Here we go. The Crystarium boasts of a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available in the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. Aught you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough. Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you. But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld. A Van Kerm Sin?
Yes, I
I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails? Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand. Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
All right, on this part, I personally have always picked Tataru. Should we pick Kryl this time? I mean, from my understanding, it's just cosmetic. I've never known it to be different. Like, I don't know what it may do. So I don't know what the difference is in picking one over the other. But I think, in this one, I think we're going to go and pick Kryl. We're going to pick Kryl this time.
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
By the way, I hope that the game audio is better now.
Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. We'll have a private room here at the Pendant for the duration of your stay. make use of that. Oh, I see.
Let's try this again.
I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendant for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray, rest, and recuperate, and we shall reconvene at the Ocular anon. I believe that covers all of the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Daddy.
Yeah, that's my character's first name, Daddy, and I do not regret it at all. I think it's the hilarity of it all. So, we are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Alright, here we go. Everybody ready to the next cutscene? Here we go. And then after that cutscene, we're going to take a lunch break. Would be like 15 minutes, a 15-minute lunch break, but I will let you know. So here we go, off to the next cutscene.
A pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants.
No, man, I should do another, like, snooty type voice.
A pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready, if you'd care to retire.
Yes, I am tired. I want to go to my room and go into the cutscene.
You. I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source. What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source, a daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source and try to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the First. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? 100 years. 100 long years. My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
All right, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and go into our first official break of the stream. It is now noon, my time. We're gonna go ahead and take a 15 to 20 minute lunch break. So I will see you at 12:20. And I'll go ahead and mute the game, and let's go into our first official break.